New hood, new fenders. This whole section replaced inner and outer structure. New roof panel. New deck lid. Repairs everywhere else. Another tree fall from Hurricane Sandy. Paint time. Tape, tape, tape. Almost done with the taping. Time to clear coat this thing. That's a coat of sealer, darker shade. I mixed up a ground coat of a similar shade just to get a good start for this color, as I suspected it might be transparent. And that was a good thing because I got 3 coats and a control coat down, and it just now stopped being blotchy looking, so I'm ready to clear, which is good because I have no more tints to mix for this color. This is Toyota code 3Q3. I'm using a darker, yellower, version with a yellower flop to it. I threw some old tints together and came up with this first to put that over, and it worked out pretty good. You can kind of see on this spray out where I had a piece of tape there is this color with that black stripe. That's what you see there. And the rest of it is that ground coat with 3 coats of that and a control coat, a final control coat. And yeah, good thing, because I'm just about out of all the tints that I need to make that, and I still have a rear bumper, mirrors, and some moldings to paint. But we're just going to get the main area done tonight. And it's time to clear. Wow, long day on the Camry. But there we are, Camry done. There we are so far. I still got a rear bumper, moldings, mirrors to paint. Wanted to use this, but I used up most of it on that yellow Corvette. Not enough, so I went with the DC 4000. A lot of the medium-sized jobs at 70 degrees, I've been using this hardener, but for an overall, I did mostly this, and I did cocktail a little of that the first time, but the second coat was just about all that, because doing an overall, there's so many wet edges that you keep it in play, and you got to reattach. You don't want them to set up too quick, and otherwise you get a lot more buffing to do, because I'm running about 70. Let's see what we got here. It's a nice fast clear. I don't have to sit here for close to an hour with the bake cycle going. I'm just about ready to shut the booth down now, actually. But yeah, it's going to be a little bit of... You figure there's sealer, there's a ground coat, and there's 3 heavy base coats, and then a guide coat, or like a control coat. So I got a little bit of dust, and just a skim with 15 will brighten this thing right up. We got plenty of time to do it. So on an overall, you start with the roof, is what I do. And let's see, I was kind of going this way, back here this way, because I want to get in there. Sometimes when you put the glass in, you can still see in there a little bit. Then I went back, and I went this way. Then I went around to the other side, did the same thing. So you got all those wet edges you want to keep going, so you don't have any big dry spots, and you want it to settle and stay wet for a little while. That's why you go with a slower hardener on a big job like this. And then I did the deck lid. I went across the whole deck lid like this. And then I went around, did 1/4 panel, went to my sail panel. Now I still have a wet edge here. I did my sail panel, down into my quarter, went around, did this side, because I still have a wet edge here that I want to get to as quick as I can. Down this quarter, did this door, came back around. Now I got a wet edge over there on the door. I did this door, and I still have a wet edge here, so I did that A-pillar there. And then back around here, I got a huge wet edge right there and here. So I did this. This door went into the fender. And then I did this fender and the whole hood. This type of hood, I kind of like to do a section here, come back, do up in here, maybe a little back that way so you don't get that dry. And then around this side. I always like to end with the hood because that's what you see the most. And then no overspray from the rest of the paint job gets on there because you do it last. So I did that twice with the clear, 2 coats. If I could have used that Global 894, it would have laid down a little glassier on this, but this is fine. So polish out, it's a decent polish and clear. And then I got a couple more big paint jobs and a lot of buff work coming. A quickie on a Chevy Impala. I have another fuel tank. I got this big old huge black paint job, which I also wish I had some of that Global paint left, but this has to get done before that order would come in. This wing piece / fuel tank, the guy had ordered a new one. I think I showed it a while back, did a color match. He found out that you had to trim everything and get into all kinds of work to make it fit right. So he decided to send the old one out and have it pressure tested and all the little fuel leaks fixed. They put a negative pressure inside and they put this substance on there and it pulls it in and seals everything. And so I got to repair those little areas. There's a few more on the other side, and then just do another quick paint job on it. The place he sent it, they got a great tagline. That's cool. Woo, a Chevy Volt. No towing package there. A little damage. Plug in to charge. Start it up. Reverse. Engine's on. Must not have a charge. Definitely all electric motor, because when I give it some gas, the engine doesn't change idle. Okay, time to park it. Off. The engine is now a range extender. Alright guys, it's almost that time of year, but a few more days of this stuff first. Yeah, this is the day before Friday, the end of the Mayan calendar. This isn't really what I wanted to be doing on the last day of the world. See you guys.